In this particular story, we see how the governor's daughter, Samantha, ruined her father's reputation, leading to her father firing the bodyguard who saved her life. Let's explore why all of this happened in the first place. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today, we are talking about a captivating Nigerian movie that's more than just entertainment. It's packed with lessons that you won't want to miss, so let's get into it. The movie begins with Samantha, the daughter of a governor, who enjoys partying with men whenever she feels like it. Samantha is a beautiful young woman, and she uses her looks to attract men for pleasure. One day, her friend came over to visit, and they both partied at her house with another friend, Charity. Meanwhile, her father, Chief Marcus, and his manager, Mabel, arrived at the house to find everything messy and unkempt. Chief Marcus, angry, called Loveth, the cleaner, to scold her for not cleaning up properly before his return. Chief Marcus then went to Samantha's room and confronted her about going against his instructions. He had told her there would be no partying in the house, but Samantha tried to justify her actions. In the end, she apologized, fearing her father might disown her. Later, Samantha went to Loveth and angrily called her names, blaming her for not cleaning up in time. She threatened Loveth and made her do what she said if she wanted to keep her job. Then, she left. That same day, Chief Marcus discussed his daughter's behavior with Mabel. He was considering sending her to the United Kingdom to help her calm down. Mabel suggested that Samantha could be useful for his political campaign, given her social media following and influence. She believed that Samantha could be trained to become a more decent person. While Chief Marcus laughed at this suggestion, Samantha walked in smoking a cigarette. After her father scolded her, Mabel informed her about an upcoming interview with a journalist, which Samantha laughed off and left the room. Samantha was set to go to a party, dressed in a revealing outfit. Her father called her attention, urging her to dress more appropriately for the interview. But Samantha insisted that she had a prior appointment and couldn't miss it. After much back and forth, she reluctantly agreed to change her outfit when her father threatened to disown her. Later that night, Samantha came home drunk. Loveth helped her inside, but Samantha insulted her, calling her names. Loveth had no strength to carry her, so she left her on the floor, making fun of her. Chief Marcus arrived the next morning, furious when he saw his daughter on the floor. He tried to ignore her justifications, ordering Loveth to prepare his tea. Samantha continued calling Loveth names. That same day, Chief Marcus had a meeting with Samantha, where he introduced Loveth to her, telling her not to help Samantha when she returned home drunk. He expressed his concerns about how her behavior could harm his political career, as he was a candidate in the upcoming election. He gave her advice, hoping she would improve. Samantha justified everything she did, and in the end, her father asked her to join his company. After sharing his thoughts, he left. Samantha then called her friends to go partying again, excessively spending money as they cheered her on. On their way home, Samantha and her friends were robbed at gunpoint. They handed over all their valuables. Samantha reported the incident to her father, who immediately contacted the DPO, instructing them to find the robber. Mabel advised Chief Marcus to hire a bodyguard for Samantha's safety, as it was too dangerous for her to go out alone. After Loveth helped Samantha to her room, Chief Marcus decided to follow Mabel's advice. The next day, Mabel introduced Tager, the new bodyguard, to Chief Marcus. He then called Samantha to introduce Tager to her. He explained that Tager would accompany her wherever she went and that she had to inform him before going anywhere. Samantha was not happy with this because it felt like her life was being monitored. Despite her protests, Mabel explained the security reasons, but Samantha continued to resist. When she tried to leave, Tager stopped her and she felt frustrated. Later that day, Samantha prepared for a night out but refused to tell Tager where she was going. Tager refused to let her leave, so Samantha went to her room and called her father, but he also refused to let her go. Angered, she decided to drug Tager's drink to make him sleep. However, when she offered it to him, he refused to drink it because he didn't drink while working. Samantha then went to the kitchen, prepared some fruit juice, and added the sleeping drugs. When she offered him the juice, Tager noticed what she had done and didn't drink it. Samantha ran out of the house, but Tager was experienced and used her car to double-cross her. he drove her back to the house. Samantha reported to her father about how Tager treated her, but Chief Marcus told her it was a trick she was trying to play on him. He made it clear that she wouldn't go anywhere unless Tager approved it. He assured her that he would do whatever it took to ensure her safety. Samantha felt like a child, dependent on others, and she called Tager names as she left. The next day, during a meeting in the living room with his executives, Samantha walked in wearing an inappropriate outfit. Chief Marcus excused himself and told her to change her clothes. She complied, but managed to sneak out. When Samantha returned from her event, she tried to charm her father with sweet words. However, her exposed appearance could harm his political career, so Chief Marcus cut off all financial support and advised her to find a job if she wanted to live the way she liked. Samantha was upset, but had no choice. The following day, Samantha's friend Vera came over to discuss her upcoming birthday party, which Samantha couldn't attend due to her father's actions. Vera was upset about this, but Samantha told her to keep it a secret from their other friends. They enjoyed their drink together in the living room. On a particular evening, Loveth went to Samantha's room and found her unconscious. She immediately ran for help. The next day, Mabel returns from her trip and is not pleased with the situation, as it also affects Chief Marcus. He is trying to regain control of things, but Mabel is surprised by Samantha's behavior. Tager suggests that Samantha might be feeling depressed due to her mother's passing in a car accident, a fact Loveth shared with him while cleaning. Mabel talks to Chief Marcus and tells him that Samantha is trying to manipulate him to get back what he took away from her. However, because she is his only child and due to their father-daughter relationship, Chief Marcus tells Mabel to stop focusing on his personal issues with Samantha and concentrate on his business affairs instead. Samantha overhears this conversation, goes to get a bottle of water, and feels reassured as her father is kind to her. Later that day, while Vera and Samantha are talking, Vera flirts with Tager, which embarrasses Samantha, and she leaves. Back in her room, Tager follows her in, as her father has instructed him to be with her at all times. Samantha becomes frustrated and tries to get him out in various ways, but nothing works. Tager then comes out of her bathroom nearly undressed, and it almost leads to intimacy, but it turns out to be a dream. Samantha warns him to stay away from her bathroom, and he teases her about the dream. The next day, Tager asks Loveth about Samantha, thinking she might be trying to seduce him. He says many things about her, which Loveth hears, and she pours juice on him when he confronts her. While Tager is freshening up outside, Samantha tells him they're going to the club, but Tager notices something that grabs her full attention. When they leave, Samantha's gown rips as she gets into the car, and she feels embarrassed. Tager laughs uncomfortably, and she calls Loveth to help her out. Later that night, when Samantha gets home drunk, she locks Tager outside. Her father forbids her from going to the club because the public is watching both him and her. He gives strict orders about her movements, but Samantha just laughs at him in her drunken state. The next day, Samantha tells her friend about her father's restrictions, and the friend gives her advice. That same day, Samantha tries to use substances, but her father stops her and forces her inside. While he tries to talk sense into her, Samantha tries to seduce him, but he quickly gets her into her room, where she falls asleep. Tager calls Loveth to help change Samantha into her nightwear and clean her up. The next morning, Samantha wakes up in different clothes and asks Tager rudely if he undressed her. He teases her and tells her who helped her. Samantha, feeling embarrassed, leaves, but later returns to plead with Tager not to tell her father. He says he will think about it. A few days later, Chief Marcus returns and Samantha greets him. She doesn't understand why he's so happy, but he's pleased with her political campaign. Samantha goes out, feeling thankful to Tager for not telling on her. He takes her to Vera's car, but when they arrive, Tager feels uncomfortable with the situation and suggests leaving. Samantha refuses, and while Tager goes to get her phone from the car, a man points a gun at Samantha. Just as the man is about to pull the trigger, Tager takes the bullet for her. They flee, and Tager is badly injured. He asks Samantha to drive him to the hospital. 2 days later, when Tager returns to work, Samantha shows great concern for him. She blames herself for what happened and expresses her gratitude. Tager reassures her that she was brave for taking him to the hospital. Chief Marcus walks in and commends Tager, promising to do something for him. Afterward, Samantha helps clean the dining table for Tager, and she continues to hold on to him in a flirtatious way, which grabs his attention. Despite his warnings, they end up kissing and enjoying the moment. The next day, Samantha looks for Tager around the house, but can't find him. She asks a man washing her car, but no one knows where he is. Later, Vera visits, and they stand outside talking. Samantha calls Tager, and he tells her he went to the hospital to check on his hand and will return in the evening. Samantha is excited to hear this. The next day, Samantha calls Tager several times, but he doesn't answer. Later that afternoon, she confronts him, and Tager admits he is avoiding her because a relationship with her would jeopardize his job. He wants some space, but Samantha insists on keeping their relationship a secret. Tager agrees, and they both enjoy each other's company in private. From that day on, Samantha and Tager begin dating. They spend time together in the living room and at a restaurant, where Samantha expresses a willingness to help Tager advance his career. They continue their romance. One night, while reflecting, Samantha tells her father that she will be resuming work the next day. Chief Marcus is happy to hear this and is overjoyed with the positive change in his daughter's life. They both share a laugh. The next day, Chief Marcus celebrates Samantha's success in her first business deal. They toast and enjoy their time together. The following morning, Samantha tells her father that she wants to pursue an MBA and live a better life. Chief Marcus is very impressed with her decision and praises her before she leaves for work. After work, Samantha interrupts a meeting between her father and Mabel to clarify an important document. Mabel notices how much more organized and focused Samantha seems. They believe that the trauma from the near-death experience with Tager has helped her improve. They hope this positive change will continue. On this particular day, Mabel looked very uneasy because there was a serious problem. As Chief Marcus came downstairs, she showed him a long video that had just been uploaded. In the video, Samantha was seen taking hard drugs at a club, and it had gone viral, especially on social media platforms. Chief Marcus, furious, went straight to Samantha's room and confronted her while she was asleep. Unable to defend herself against what was shown in the video, Samantha apologized, explaining that it was a mistake from a long time ago. Chief Marcus then told her to pack her things and that he was sending her abroad. He left the room, and Samantha was left to reflect in regret. The next morning, Tager tried to comfort Samantha, who felt deeply rejected because of her past mistakes. He expressed his love for her and gave her hope. Meanwhile, Chief Marcus and Mabel worked to resolve the mess caused by the video. Tager explained that he had wanted to remove the video, but Samantha had refused. Samantha felt deeply sorry for her actions, but it seemed too late as her mistake was already ruining her father's political career. Chief Marcus looked restless, and Samantha retreated to her room, while Mabel continued to search for a solution. In Samantha's room, Tager consoled her again, reaffirming what he had told her earlier outside in the car. They spent a quiet moment together, trying to comfort each other. A few weeks later, Samantha learned that her father lost his primary election, and she blamed herself for it. She begged for his forgiveness, saying she was willing to do anything he asked. However, he remained silent and did not respond. Later, she told Tager about her father's cold behavior and how she felt like he hated her. Tager comforted her, and as they were hugging on her bed, Chief Marcus walked in and caught them. Initially, he had been on the verge of forgiving Samantha, but upon seeing this, his anger intensified. He fired Tager without hearing a word from him and left, leaving Samantha in pain and tears. The next day, at the dining table, Samantha finally opened up to her father about her love for Tager and how he had been helping her heal from the trauma of losing her mother. However, Chief Marcus rebuked her and disapproved of Tager, leaving to attend to his business. Later that day, at a restaurant, Samantha shared with Tager that her father had rejected him. She suggested running away together, but Tager refused, saying things should be done the right way. Samantha misunderstood his words and actions, believing that he didn't care for her, and she left, telling him to find her if he truly wanted her. At home, Samantha seemed moody. She told her father about her plan to run away with Tager, but Tager had refused. She mentioned how Tager respected him and spoke highly of him. After hearing her words, Chief Marcus had no choice but to grant her wish, but told her to have Tager come if he truly wanted her. Samantha expressed her gratitude by jumping on her father and hugging him before he left for work. On a special evening, Samantha invited Tager to dinner. When Chief Marcus arrived, he gave Tager a cold look, but still welcomed him. They enjoyed their dinner together, like one big family. Samantha and Tager were later allowed by Chief Marcus to continue their relationship. They both enjoyed their time together outside of the family business. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting updates on the latest Nigerian movies. See you next time.
Thank you.